Hey, this is Matthew.
And this is Andrea.
Welcome back to Nerd News Today, where it's time for another statue review. We've got another one coming up today from Diamond Select.
Yes, this time we have Avengers Endgame, Gallery Diorama, War Machine.
So this is the War Machine armor we saw in Endgame, although to be fair, most of Endgame that we saw Jim Rhodes in the armor, was the Iron Patriot armor.
True.
So it's kind of interesting that they're giving us this version. It makes me wonder if it's going to be an Iron Patriot later, but who knows? So here's a look at the box. And again, it's the typical Diamond boxes. You've got windows on two of the sides. And of course, the always handy sunroof.
I do love the sunroof.
It's very handy. They can get a nice tan on their store packaging, yeah.
I don't think you want your statues to get a tan.
Oh.
No, that leads to discoloration and fading. What are you feeling okay? Who are you?
I might be a Skrull.
I wouldn't be surprised.
And on the back of the box, we have our typical bio about Jim Rhodes, as well as who sculpted it, which is this time around is Gentle Giant Studios.
Very cool. Now, I'm not going to read the bio, but I do want to point out that the bio does not reference the fact that Rhodey's legs don't work. So this is the first time we've seen him since Infinity War, like everyone else, but his legs were crushed. I mean, he had gear on to help him walk. So why that's not referenced in this little bio, I don't know. It feels a little odd.
It's a very generic bio that kind of just glosses over his contributions in the film and everything else. You know, like so far these bios we've looked at with on the Endgame have been very broad.
I gotta say, for a regular statue, I'd be okay with that. But this is a very specific, moment. So I don't know, I guess I would like something a little bit more geared towards the movie.
Yeah.
And to his contributions, of course.
Yeah, bio's a little disappointing, but from our early look at this from the outside, looking in, it does look pretty nice.
Yes, absolutely.
So I think all that we can do now is just take him out of the box and take a peek at War Machine from all angles.
I like the way you think. Let's do it.
All right.
Okay, and we're back, everyone, and Rhodey is out of the box.
This is our first look at a War Machine statue ever, which is really fun, because I'm a big War Machine guy. I've always liked all the armors, but I still dig the look a lot.
It's very sleek.
Yeah.
I don't know how else to describe it. It's a very sleek, kind of contemporary vibe, even though, this sort of thing was designed in, the 90s? 80s, 90s, somewhere like that?
Oh yeah, I gotta keep in mind, like, the Mark I armor we saw in the Iron Man movies was basically more of like a military-style suit.
Yeah, they really refined this.
Exactly, yeah.
Very nicely.
This is now like, the Maserati of War Machine.
Yeah, I dig it. I don't know, I really like it.
So as for the pose, it's a very dynamic pose. I've seen this kind of thing before, but it looks really good with him. He's basically stepping into action.
We're going to skip ahead for a hot second because I just really want to talk about this base for a second, which he's stepping on. It's clear that it's pavement of some sort because you have, the dashed lines for the road, and you have an exit sign, part of an exit sign, and I'm really liking that because the other part of it is it's a little pop of color in an otherwise kind of neutral palette.
So I will say I like the exit sign being there too, but it's very thick.
Yes.
Very, very thick, and that kind of throws me off a little bit. It's like, this looks almost out of scale, to be honest. It looks out of scale, and you can feel it for yourself. It's pretty darn thick.
You're right, but I still like it, and I'm okay with it being there.
It kind of has to be thick, really, also, for it to actually not break off. So I'm okay with that.
Yeah, and also exit signs are a different material than, say, the rest of what's here. So I like that they're doing that as a way to differentiate.
Yeah, it's not so bad.
Yeah, but now let's get back to the armor and, the prettiness of it all.
So it's got some very simple paint here. We've got shiny metallic, grayish, gunmetal, black kind of color, if you want to call it that. Some reds are poking out. You've got some silvers. Very basic, very simple. Yeah, that green is really needed in this case to help it pop out more.
Yeah, that's what I like about it. It just helps add a little something to an otherwise not the most exciting palette.
It's really not, unfortunate, and it's not that it's drab, because the metallics help it pop out, much needed pop. The reds that are in it are also really, really nice and bright too. That helps you kind of move the eye around a little bit. I think what would have been a really nice thing to have in this, and I'm surprised they didn't do it, this would have benefited from some translucent pieces.
I was just thinking that, especially in the eyes, and there are just a few areas that really could have used something a little different.
I mean, we know from the past Iron Man statues they usually don't put the translucence in the eyes. It's just painted red, but considering his pose and everything, he should be blasting away at something.
Yeah, so I guess on the one hand the pose is really dynamic, but I don't feel like there's a lot of energy coming from this. It just feels like he's literally posing, like he was doing a photo shoot.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm doing a photo shoot. Oh, look, I'm working. Yeah.
Very nice.
You know, exactly. So I feel like maybe that's what's missing, the fact that he's not blasting, even though his hand is clearly in a...
Doing something.
Yeah, he's clearly firing something. Or he's got the gun here, you know? Why is that?
And I can understand that one not blasting necessarily because it's going to block his face maybe. But
I'm just saying, if you're going to have it, I feel weird of it. There's nothing going on.
Yeah, I do like this little guy, though. I should say. I like this little nubbin over here.
Yeah.
But no, I think totally needs something blasting out of that hand. It's definitely a missed opportunity. So in terms of accuracy of the movie, the armor, I'd say, is pretty much how it looks in the movie. So hats off on that. It looks really good, and I do like a good War Machine armor.
I do too. War Machine's one of those characters where it's like, on the one hand, when the Iron Man movies were coming out, there was so much emphasis, or everyone was so excited, you know, where it's like, oh my god, it's War Machine, it's War Machine, it's War Machine. And then it felt like there was a very little payoff in some ways, especially because as the MCU got bigger, you know, more focus shifted to other characters. So I really like that War Machine's getting his due. And like I said, I do wish that this was a little bit more dynamic. I wish that there was something else to kind of help make it pop a little bit more. But it's a good figure, and I'm glad that we have it. It's a good statue.
Yeah, you know, I felt like Rhodey was always kind of ignored largely in the films.
And
like,
that really
underplayed, considering how important he is in the comics and everywhere else. And he didn't do much.
Yeah, and considering how much that whole controversy with Terrence Howard, you know, and Don Cheadle, considering how big that was, it's like, dude, if that's the case, then maybe give Don Cheadle more to do.
Yeah, so that's again why I would have wanted the statue to be a little bit more dynamic overall, because, you know, we don't get that much War Machine merch.
No.
As much as I would have liked to have gotten, and it's such a cool thing, you know. Like, who doesn't want to have an Iron Man armor with lots of guns sticking out on it, you know?
That is true.
So, you know, and that's kind of, again, why we have to go back to the blast. There's definitely some things missing from this, which is unfortunate, because overall it's a really strong piece. It actually is a really strong piece. It's just missing that extra step to make it really, like, pop out and be amazing.
No, I agree with you on that, yeah.
But on the note of it, again, being amazing, I mean, we got to talk about the paint application is very clean. The red that's there is really nice. Like, even though there's not a lot of color, it's good color. It's good paint. I want to like this a lot more than I'm liking right now because it's so cool, and War Machine is so cool. Pose is nice, and there's a lot going on. It's just something's missing. One little element's missing to make this thing go over the top and make me go, wow.
Yeah, I feel like, I hate to say it, but I feel like once again, War Machine kind of got the short end of the stick a little bit.
War Machine got shafted.
Yeah, a little bit. It's a good statue. It really is. It's a strong statue. It just, as you said, it needs that little extra oomph to help really make it something where you're like, I definitely need to have this. You know, this is more of a, hey, I'm a War Machine fan, I would like to have something, or I'm a completionist, as opposed to bring in the new fans who are like, oh, hey, War Machine is kind of cool. It's like, oh, wow, I need to have that, you know?
Like, I really like this War Machine, regardless of how it is, what's missing, what's not missing.
Oh, I agree with you on that.
I still think it's a really good piece. I just, you know, and I couldn't even tell you what it is necessarily that I want more from it. But it just definitely is a little bit lackluster compared to the rest.
I would say when I'm more excited about the base than the actual figure, even though the figure's good, then something's off.
Yeah, and to be real, you know, this is going to be one of the ones that I want to have on my display.
Yeah.
I still think it's really great. I just, you know...
He's lifeless.
Yeah, that's it. That's really it.
He's lifeless.
It is, you know, it's basically a giant robot is what we have here, and it's a lifeless giant robot. That's what's missing is life.
It's missing the fact that there is a human inside there.
Yeah.
And that frustrates me because...
It is very expressionless too, I guess, because it is the robot suit, and that hasn't been a complaint with the Iron Man figures either.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, they managed to do that with Iron Man. We're going to see later, at another time, we're going to see Rescue. So, you know, yeah, there's a human inside this, and I think that's what's missing is it's the life. You know, like, bring War Machine to life.
Yeah. I don't even know if the translucence would ultimately even help rescue it. So
no, but I do think that at least seeing that something was going on, you know, would add a little bit more to it.
Yeah, you know, it kind of goes along the way with like the Ant-Man statue we looked at, where it was like better piece than I thought it was going to be, but again, just like kind of a bland meh pose at the end of the day. It's unfortunate.
I don't know. You guys get this and you feel differently, please let us know. I mean, like I said, we like this a lot. We think it's a really good War Machine. It's just not a really great War Machine.
Yeah, like if I was going to give this a rating, I'd probably give it a 7 out of 10. Maybe even an 8. I like it that much.
I think I would give it an 8.
I still like it a ton. It's just, I want to like it more.
Yeah.
That's where it comes down to.
Yeah, that's really where I'm feeling too, is that I want to like this more than I do, but... Can't help how you feel, you know? I think
it's still a great piece, though, to add to the collection. If you're getting all the Endgame pieces,
oh yeah, if you're getting all the
Endgame, yeah. It's totally a good piece. Just wanted a little bit more out of it.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I'm still pretty happy with it, you know. Yeah. Nitpicks aside, I guess. Or not even nitpicks, just the blah feeling I'm having with this.
It's just the feeling,
yeah. You know, but besides that, I do like it. So, you know, standing next to Iron Man, Rescue, and everybody else, it's going to look good.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. So that's a look at Diamond Select's PVC diorama statue of War Machine from Avengers Endgame. We do like it, despite some of our blah feelings to it.
So, yeah. What do you want to go with? 8 out of 10 blasts?
Sure, why not?
Okay.
So I'm Matthew.
I'm Andrea.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys here next time on Nerd News Today for more statue reviews, toy reviews, and everything else we do here on this channel. Live long and prosper?
Wrong franchise.
Oh, right, yeah. Avengers, well, we're not assembling, we're disassembling, right? We're going bye-bye? What are we doing here? What are we doing? What are we doing?
We're going to go now, is what we're going to do. War Machine out!
I'd like to thank all the little people.
Oh.